Alright, we're back with more random battles to the top. Girafarig into Wugtrio. Now, this is interesting. We do win 1v1 if I go for Psyshock into Wugtrio. I don't have a great switch and I have Crawdont, sure. Which I actually don't hate, to be honest, because Crawdont can switch in decently well and I have a banded knockoff. Now, there's a possibility they don't want to take us on 1v1 because if they do go Liquidation, we actually win 1v1, but we would take like 95% HP. Throat Chop would 2-hit KO, but then you're locking yourself into Throat Chop, which I'm not sure. So they could be switching out. Either way, I like Crawdont to switch in and then throw off a powerful knockoff. I do expect them to Liquidation. But realistically, they could be switching out too. It's hard to say what they're thinking right now. A lot of different options here, and we don't know the rest of their team. So I'm going to play it safe. They're probably Liquidationing, yeah. Now I have a powerful Choice Banded knockoff. Oh, I'm just going to get rid of Wugtrio. Hello. Okay, I'm happy with that. My team's a little weak to Wugtrio. Not incredibly weak, but weak enough to be annoyed by it. Petrarunt is pretty good into Vigoroth, I believe. I have to be a little bit careful. It is a pretty fast Pokemon. Yeah, let's go with Petrarunt. They Body Slam perfect. I'll have a Malignant Chain loaded up. And we have high defense, a really high defense stat, so we're not too concerned. In fact, I'd expect Vigoroth to switch out here. But regardless, I like the idea of poisoning whatever wants to come in. Well, not Seviper, but... And Leftovers means it's a Trailblaze moveset. Okay. They're probably going to Swords Dance here. Should I go Crown? Iron Crown doesn't actually get a KO. I'm just going to activate my Ursaluna instead. They go back to Vigoroth. And this is good for me. Now I can start outputting damage. Actually, this was not good for me because I'm not fast enough. Hold on. We'll have to come back. That was just a bad play for me. I assumed I'd be fast enough. Okay. Okay. Perhaps we were a little bit lucky with that poison then. 50%, right? But still. It's taking 18 here. We can spike. Okay. Well, that obviously Confusion's lucky there, but the point is they're not doing a ton of damage to us, and we outspeed them anyway. They go to Trevenant. Okay. What's up with Trevenant? I freeze dry you, don't I? They have Drain Punch? Or are they going for Toxic? I like Girafarig. I'm going to freeze dry here for damage. It is Drain Punch. Do we know any information? That is Banded Drain Punch. Okay. I don't have a great switch into Banded Drain Punch. I think I'd give up Glalie here for damage. Yeah, I didn't have a switch into that. Okay. Girafarig, yes, does... We don't take a lot from Drain Punch. I think I'm going to Nasty Plot here. It's relatively fast, relatively tanky. We don't take a ton of damage. We're taking like 25. Yeah, 31, that's fine too. Terra Fight, so we Psyshock. We don't need to reveal our moves here because it's pretty variable. You want to have... You want to look as threatening as possible and not reveal any of your moves. They have Dodrio though. I think I just trade. Yeah, I think I just trade here. Knockoff. That was relatively weak. Okay. 87. They were scared of Thunderbolts. Probably what happened there. Now I have a lot of ideas. I have Jet on Crawdont, who I want to keep. I'll give up Girafarig here. We go to Ursaluna. We Trailblaze. And the fact that they gave up their Terra for that makes me think they're pretty... Oh, my Trailblaze didn't proc. That's clever. Overall, a pretty sloppy game for me. I made mistakes with that first Trailblaze into Vigoroth. There's a Flygon now, which we do beat 1v1, thankfully. Yeah, we do beat that 1v1. They're going to activate Trailblaze here. But I should be fine. I should be fine because I have Jet. But I actually might not be fine. Hold on. Hold on. Am I losing this? I know I'm fine because of Jet. Yeah, I'm fine because I have Aqua Jet. No Terror Grass. Okay. That was not a very well played game. It was, I think a lot of the fundamentals were all right, but very sloppy with some of the technique. But that's good enough to get the win. We're 23-56 now. Alright, Glalie into Suicune is kind of fine, but also kind of annoying. I'm going to Freeze Dry immediately. This is a big threat. I can't afford to get greedy with a Spike. But realistically, they could be switching out too. But I don't want to get greedy. Or should I greed? I mean, this Suicune could try to Calm Mind. If they do that, I have Mewtwo with Psy Strike. I can greed. I can greed. I'm going to greed. I think I can. Or is it better to play it safe and just get damage off? No, I'm not greeding. I'm not greeding. Because Suicune is the one Pokemon who gets out of control very quickly if you're not prepared for it. With its Calm Mind, Protect, and, Substitute, all that stuff is very, very difficult. I'm not going to give any chances to it. Because I don't know if they're going to try and 1v1 me or not. They do switch. Okay. Well, we can be patient about it. That's the point of going Freeze Dry. It's not making a predict, it's just knowing that you can be patient. Get up a T-Spike for that Suicune. They do have more Pico, okay. I don't have a Ghost type. I'm in trouble here. I do have a U-turn play. Yeah, okay. So they are valuing getting rid of T-Spike. I'm threatening Earthquake into them. I'm going to Spike on the switch to Orthworm. And I know now they are a little bit scared of T-Spikes, the way they're playing that more Pico. The problem is I'm also pretty scared of Orthworm. Let's go Mew. They Coil, okay. I don't have a Ghost type, though. They've already committed a Coil, so I doubt they're going more Pico. They could, though. Yeah, Iron Tail's coming in. I don't have great switch-ins to Iron Tail. Alright, Mewtwo in. Aura Sphere and Fire Blast both knock it out. I'll go Aura Sphere. They should be terroring or switching. Either outcome I'm happy with. Very tricky Pokemon to deal with for my team, though. If they Terra, I'm honestly pretty happy. Because, for example, if they Terra Fight, all of a sudden Mew is handling it. Electric's a little trickier, but if they're not Steel, it's much easier to handle. Yep, and this is why we wanted that T-Spike. 33, okay. I have to be careful because I need Mewtwo for Orthworm. Okay. What's this Bellossom trying to do? What if I go Vivillon straight away? Glalie even? I want... The Morpico's the annoying thing. I don't want to give up chances to Morpico. Let's go Vivillon. Because realistically, they could double switch Morpico too. Because this Bellossom's pretty weak now. They could be trying to do that. No, I think Glalie's fine. Yeah, they heal themselves up. They cannot take me on 1v1. I'm going to play aggressive here. I'm going to go Mewtwo on the Orthworm switch. There we go. Beautiful. And this time... Well, they're at 88 now. So I do 33. That's 55. Spike's 42. It's still not enough. This time I Fire Blast. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Mewtwo doing the job, getting the job done. Now, if they go more Pico... Well, see, here's the thing. They can't go Suicune because then they get hit by that T-Spike. So they're in a lot of trouble here. If they go more Pico, I don't even need to Terra Fire. Fire Blast just OHKOs them. So they're in a lot of trouble right now because of Mewtwo. Mewtwo and Mew teaming up. I don't know the anime lore, but I'm pretty sure that's emotionally significant. Golem comes in. I cannot take on Golem. I'm going to have to maneuver a switch. It also confirms Aura Sphere is kind of good too. They're not going to Stone Edge. They could Stone Edge. But I would expect a Double Edge, not a Stone Edge. Go Glalie. They Rock Polish, okay. Well, now they have to Stone Edge, right? Do I Terra Ground to get rid of Golem? Am I crazy for that? I have a big lead. I had that T-Spike. Terra Ground helps me versus Morpeko. Will I ever need the Terra on a different Pokemon? Realistically, I could use Terra Dark Dreadnought. Is it Titan? Maybe? Vivillon is definitely a Terra appreciator, but is that ground useful when there's an Orthworm? I really want a Terra Ground. Okay, if I don't Terra Ground here, what's my play? At some point, I'm going to have to Terra a Pokemon, so I think I do Terra Ground here. Perfect. Okay. That would have done like, 25, 28. So that's not a big deal to dodge that. Orthworm's coming back in. Big fan of Orthworm, of course. Mewtwo cannot safely enter the game. So I'm going to have to be careful with how I play it. But realistically, they coil, okay. I want to U-turn on the switch to Morpeko. I want to. I really do. I also want a Psychic Noise to deny healing to Orthworm as well. Yeah, I think I can U-turn. Yep, there we go. I had a feeling. Beautiful. Now we go to Mewtwo. Immediately threaten Orthworm. There we go. That's a really good win. They were relatively low rated, but I think our technique was good. Getting Mewtwo to double switch into the game, handling Morpeko, which we're kind of weak, and then knowing when to use the early Terra. I'm pretty proud of the way we played this game. Alright, Hitmonlee into Tauros Paldea. It's not Intimidate, which means it is Cudchew. No, it is Intimidate, and they activated my White Herb. So this is Life Orb or Bandit or something. Do I trap it with Gothitelle? Well, you probably have to close combat, but if you're Life Orb, it doesn't mean anything. Do I just take my chip damage here? I mean, I'm kind of weak to Tauros, not incredibly weak. I mean, their Life Orb, they don't have Wave Crash, right? What if they're Banded Liquidation? They don't too. I'm going to go Gothitelle, but Gothitelle's trash. It doesn't even KO Tauros. Okay. I don't like what's going on here. The ultimate greed is going Talonflame on close combat, but if they Liquidation, I'm in trouble. Tricky matchup. I mean, realistically, Hitmonlee's not winning a game because it's already exhausted Unburden. So I think I do just knock off. Not close combat, but yeah. Yeah. Excuse me? What was that? Oh, wait, do I have Feint to Aqua Jet now? Hold on. No, I don't. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay, this worked out incredibly well. We're trading 1-for-1 despite the very bad start, and I don't even have to reveal we have Gothitelle. That's actually worked out very nicely for me. This did not work out nicely for me. Well, I don't know if it's Scarf or not, but I could trade Willow on that. Nah, I think I'd just go Passimian here. Because we don't know if that's like Scarf or not. Passimian's a little bit safer. Okay. This is not a good switch in, because you can't strength sap me because of Defiant. If you have Encore, that would be a problem. But I Gunk Shot you. Or that, okay. Well, Acrobatics does very little because of the defense boost. Perfect. 1 turn Wake, lucky. We'll take it. Now what? Because if your response to Passimian was Jump Bluff, I'm not very threatened by you, I don't think. They go to Dreadnought, but this is telling me everything I need to know. You do not stand a chance here. Okay, oh, they were trying to bait Liquid Ooze. Okay. So they revealed Dreadnought to me, so I have to be careful about that. I should win 1v1. I think if this was your toxic, you know, special attacking variant, you would have gone to it immediately. The fact that you try to do this Liquid Ooze maneuver makes me think you're the physical variant. So you don't actually beat me 1v1. Knock off doing 50, perfect. Yeah, you are the physical variant. What's the best angle here? This is very dominant already. I think the best angle is knock off twice. No need to get too complicated. I'm already boosted a ton. Perfect. No poison either. Very good. Perfect. Now we can Drain Punch. Yeah, beautiful. This is like 40. Yep. There we go. All right, we get the win. 3, I think, overall good games. 23-83. I'm going to end it there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.